Good morning. Okay. Good morning, everyone. The Redevelopment Agency meeting of June 26, 2024 is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed, posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2. You may also watch the meeting live on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and on the Go Vegas app. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the internet at www.kclv.tv/live. These proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 5 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler systems. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exit at the back of our chambers. Go out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double doors to the terrace, and go down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance. And once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First Streets. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to our clerk up front. Cards are available in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, however, does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone's present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please see our city clerk staff. And note, if you parked in the parking garage across the street, a self-validation machines located in the foyer between council chambers and the security desk you walk through to enter our chambers. You must have your ticket with you to use the machine, but if you do not, please see security personnel when exiting for validation coupon. We will move on to agenda item 3. This is public comment during this portion of the agenda. Must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items, and if anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium, state your name for the record. We'll set the time at 1 minute. Seeing and hearing no one, we'll move on to agenda item 4 for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of May 15th, 2024. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
Move to approve the minutes.
Thank you. There's a motion. Please vote and please post. On one screen, it's up and it's approved. The other screen, for some reason, don't see it. We'll move on. That motion carries. We'll move on to agenda item 5. RA 52024, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program, CVIP, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and 1021 Main Street LLC, owner, located at 1021 South Main, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000. RDA Special Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Agency, Ward 3, with Councilwoman Diaz. This item is related to Council Item 36R30, 2024. Good morning.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. Dina Babsky, Deputy Director, Economic and Urban Development, and here with me is Mr. Jared Bonnell, representing the client. So today we're bringing forward an application for a $25,000 grant within the guidelines of our visual improvement program funded by the Redevelopment Agency. And the project itself is located at 1021 South Main Street, which is between Coolidge and Boulder. So on the map, you can see the location here. Within the vicinity of the property, you can find the Burlesque Hall of Fame, the NFT Gallery, and the new One Charleston property, which is looking amazing these days. I'll tell you that the property that we're discussing today for renovation used to be the Shades Drapery Hardware Store. It has been chartered for years before it was purchased by our applicant. They are seeking to use the funding, if approved, to help renovate the exterior. And if approved today, as you can see, beautiful renderings, then that will help pay for the exterior lighting, new signage, new covered seating, awnings, doors and windows, and landscaping. And Mr. Bunnell just informed me that there's going to be 3 suites in the project, and they have successfully secured 2 of the tenants. I'm not going to share whom, he can if he wants to, or if he's free to. But with that, I'd like to pass the mic over to Mr. Bunnell if he has anything to add about the project.
Yeah, we're just continuing effort to redevelop this area. We have quite a few surrounding properties. This is one that we were really happy to purchase, and we worked hard on the architectural plans, and we just want to bring it to light and get those new food and beverage tenants in there and continue good work in the area.
Beautiful. What's your timeline?
So we have our civil plans approved. We have our building permit. We're starting interior renovation, demolition right now. We're going to deliver it in a gray shell condition to our tenants probably around October, November of this year. And being that they're food and beverage tenants, that'll give them a sufficient amount of time to do their interior improvements, hopefully be open by that, great time of March and spring, and get them in there. Yeah.
Beautiful. Before we turn this over to Councilwoman Diaz, good morning. Any questions, comments, aside from how beautiful it looks?
Yeah.
Ms. Babsky, how come they don't, since these are visual improvement, for each unit they should get 25, don't you think?
Thank you.
We will take that under advisement.
Kidding. Okay. If there are no questions or comments, let's turn it over to Councilwoman Diaz.
I have a colleague over here saying we need to know a little bit more about these tenants, if you are at liberty to share.
Sure. Our smallest suite, Suite 100, which is 1,748 square feet, is going to be Philly Freeze Me. They currently have a location in town and in Philadelphia. They do Italian ice and kind of a variation of that. So, and a little bit of ice cream stuff and that kind of thing. Really good operator, great guy. Suite 150 is going to be Audio Bar, which is a group of guys out of Scottsdale, Arizona. They have a lot of experience in nightclub, bar, food and beverage. It's going to be a bar, and the food is going to be wood-fired pizza.
Ooh, yummy.
And yeah, so they'll have a nice outdoor patio area, fun music, that kind of thing.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
We're in line.
We're so excited. The transformation of what it looks like now to what it will become makes me super excited, and I'm sure the rest of the council as well, because it really is giving continuity with everything that we're seeing happening on the south side of the Arts District, now coming the north side, and it's just amazing. So with that, I'm going to move to approve agenda item 5.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Let's go ahead and vote on agenda item. There's a motion to approve, and please post. Bingo. Good luck.
Thank you very much for your time.
Great, thanks for coming on down. And we will now move on to agenda item 6, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program, CVIP, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, Rice Capital, LLC owner, and Alt Rebel, LLC tenant, located at 1425 South Main, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, authorizing the execution of CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000, RDA Special Revenue Fund, redevelopment area also in Ward 3 with Councilwoman Diaz. Note the item is related to Council Item 37, which is our 312024. And back to you, Ms. Bansky.
Dina Babsky, Deputy Director, Economic and Urban Development. This is another application within the same program, Visual Improvement Program, funded by the agency to support the redevelopment plan. And before us, with me here today is Mr. Dan Higginbotham, representing the company, the applicant, and let me tell you a little bit about the project. It is located on South Main Street between Imperial and Utah, and it is going to be a vintage clothing store called Alt Rebel. There you go. In the vicinity of the neighborhood, you can see that they are surrounded by the Nevada Brew Works, Able Baker, and it is right across from the Fortis Auto Group. This is what the building looks like currently. So we're very excited to be able, hopefully, to provide the grant to help the applicant as they are seeking to renovate the exterior, and they are making a private investment of more than $195,000, which makes them eligible for the $25,000 VIP grant. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to, well, let me tell you, if the grant is approved, it will help pay for the new windows, doors, lighting, pavers, as well as the new security door that you can see on the left. And with that, I will turn it over to Mr. Higginbotham to provide more detail on the project.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. We're just extremely grateful for this opportunity. It's kind of nice to be thought of being the little guys. We've been on Commerce Street for 4 years now. We opened during the pandemic, and we've managed to survive through that and flourish at the same time. So,
Wonderful.
incredibly grateful. Thank you.
Are there any questions for us? Otherwise,
Okay, let's see, anything here? All right, Councilwoman, back to you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and good morning. Thank you so much for, one, being so resilient and staying the course. Opening during a pandemic has never been an easy feat, and we're so happy that not only did you survive, but you're thriving, so much so that you have a new location you're looking to open and give some much-needed TLC and renovation to that space. So we're really thankful for your investment and wanting to stay, and so I wish you much success. I'm sure if you're already doing well in your first one. I just have a question about your name. Why the Alt Rebel?
So it's based off of a rehab kind of philosophy for disordered eating, where it's, or like just self-harm, where it stands for alternative rebellion. So instead of like taking physical action on your body or worse options, it's like dye your hair, dress a little differently, express yourself in a different way, as opposed to doing damage to yourself or to others.
Wow, very deep meaning. Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And with that, I'm going to move and approve Agenda Item 6.
Thank you very much. There's a motion to approve on Agenda Item 6. Please vote and please post. And mine's an aye. It won't let me go.
Congratulations.
And that motion carries. It's coming up on the screen. There it is. That's everything.
thank you so much.
Okay, we'll move on to Agenda Item 7, RA 72024, discussion of possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Owner Participation Agreement, OPA, between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Southern Nevada, Inc., located at 921 South Las Vegas Boulevard, to be in compliance with and furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, authorizing the execution of the OPA by the RDA not to exceed $95,000 RDA Special Revenue Fund redevelopment area, Ward 3, also in Councilwoman Diaz area. This is related Council Item 38, R32, 2024. You're having a busy day today.
Thank you, Mayor. Dina Babsky, Deputy Director, Economic and Urban Development. With me here today, Ms. Leanne Ramirez. She is the Chief clinical officer for the center. We're bringing forward in front of you today for your consideration an owner participation agreement for up to $95,000 to be reimbursed for eligible costs. This program is designed to help businesses within the RDA areas to help pay for the interior and exterior renovations. The center purchased, well, as you commonly know, let me quickly go over, the center provides a multitude of services to the LGBTQ community, and I'm sure Mr. Mears will elaborate that when we're done talking about the project. But exciting news, we met with Mr. Mears' team earlier this year, and when in January, they purchased a new building, what used to be known as the Wolfson Medical Center, and it is located on the intersection of Hoover and Las Vegas Boulevard, and you will probably recognize it. It's right here. So the building was purchased in January 2024, and this building is slated to provide a multitude of medical services to the LGBTQ population and the broader public as well. Among those services, there will be a medical exam room, pharmacy, dental, and behavioral health, and much more. So just to show you a little bit of what the place looks like now, and if the grant is approved, we will reimburse the center for improvements that will replace windows, light poles, fencing, there are security cameras, and of course, as you can see, some improvements to the parking lot, which are much needed. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Ramirez to provide some more detail on the project.
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Are we going to keep open the center on Maryland?
Yes, yes.
Additionally?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
So, Madam Mayor, Council, my name is Leanna Ramirez. I'm the Chief Clinical Officer at the center, and I'm also a registered pharmacist here in the state of Nevada. I've been a pharmacist for over 13 years now. So thank you for taking the time to meet with us this morning. So since its establishment in 1993, the center has been dedicated to supporting the LGBTQ+ community in Las Vegas. The center purchased its headquarters at 401 South Maryland Parkway, which at the time employed 12 employees. The headquarters includes a small clinic with 2 patient exam rooms currently. By the end of 2022, we had grown to 42 employees. This highlights our urgent need for more space, and to accommodate our rapid growth, we did acquire this new building. It's 921 South Las Vegas Boulevard. We did acquire it in January 8th of this year. So this building has a full basement, a first and a second floor, and had previously had a medical clinic on that second floor. However, the ground floor and basement interiors were demolished by the previous owner, and the building remained vacant for several years. We intend to maintain the small clinic at our headquarters, and as of June 3rd, we began seeing patients at our new wellness clinic on Las Vegas Boulevard. While we plan to fully remodel the ground floor and the basement in the future, these renovations are not included in our current owner participation agreement grant request. Upon purchasing the wellness clinic building, we did encounter numerous issues. We've already replaced the roof. We've undertaken a significant interior work on the clinic, and the property still requires several improvements, including the renovation of parking lots, replacement of at least 5 large broken windows, exterior wall repairs and painting, restoration of electric service and parking lot lighting, fencing repairs, expansion, and enhancements of our security system, to name a few. The new wellness clinic will significantly benefit the public by increasing our capacity with 9 additional exam rooms. We plan to continue our vital HIV-related work and expand our services to include rural healthcare support, a pharmacy, gynecology, mammography, dentistry, behavioral health, all located in this one center, as well as our other programs that we currently run at our headquarters location. Since opening the new wellness clinic on June 3rd, we've welcomed numerous walk-in patients and members of the general public to our healthcare center. We greatly appreciate your consideration of this grant, and we are eager to utilize these funds to further enhance our facilities. I would be happy to address any questions you may have.
What are your hours? What are your days of the week? How are you funded? Are you getting federal or state? And I wanted to know, too, what happened to, we used to have a special RDA fund to bring buildings up to code, and I know Mr. Jansen would know if that is addition to this? I mean, we began to give it back to administration, not a council decision, that were buildings that had been vacant for a long time needed to be brought up to code for all the public reasons. Did they get that as well?
Good morning, Mayor and Goodman, Member City Council, Mike Jensen, City Manager. Mayor, as you know, in our downtown area, we have a lot of older buildings, and what our team really does great is working with a property owner to navigate what the current codes are, what the codes were when the building was first built, and work to ensure that the building will be safe for everyone when it opens, and we will absolutely do that with this applicant as well.
Okay, thank you. So if you could, the hours, days of the week?
Absolutely. So our current hours, since we have just started, are Monday through Friday. We do have some very ambitious goals. If you ask my medical director, we are going to be open 24 hours, which, especially with this location and the area that we are in, taking into concern safety, that would be an amazing goal for us to achieve.
And you're operative now on a small scale, right? A reduced
Correct.
scale. And what is your anticipation to be at the full-time level?
So right now, we did kind of a soft launch in order to make sure that our systems are in place, that we're delivering the excellent customer service, making sure that our team is able and ready to kind of handle the patients that come in. So once we start advertising, we do have 2 medical doctors as well as 3 nurse practitioners. We will have 1 provider at the headquarter location, and those providers will be at our current location. They currently are at our current location.
And do you intend to keep that split that way or bring everybody over?
We intend to keep it split. There is a need at our current location. That's kind of our niche in the community. That's what they know us for, and that's what started us in the medical. So by adding this additional space, we're kind of just growing and continuing on to what we currently have.
Wonderful. And is there a elevation that we can see of what you're going to do to it, or no?
We are working with Novus Architecture, and I can absolutely send that to everybody to see. It's amazing.
Well, we'd love to see it. And any comments, questions here? Okay, back to you, Councilwoman Lucky Lady.
I know.
Recently just re-elected, we'll get sworn in.
We're coming back to work stronger, so.
Oh, yeah.
I can't take claim
4
for
years.
so many amazing community partners that are doing such magical work. Yes, Ms. Babsky, one more thing you have to chime in about?
I'm so sorry. Yes, I apologize. Actually, at this time, I would like to introduce a revised attachment to the agreement that we would like to put on the record as we submit it forward to this item. Thank you.
And can you just speak to the scope of the revisions?
We just had an incorrect disclosure of principles attached, so it's very minor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Ms. Ramirez, for being here. I think this is so amazing during Pride Month that we get to celebrate your expansion and growth of services to the community. I know you're seeking your FQHC blessing as well for this community clinic. I want the community to know that it isn't just going to be focused on serving LGBTQ plus community members, but it really is there for the full use and benefit of the entire community. So folks who don't have insurance or are underinsured can come and receive treatments and services like you mentioned. I mean, I'm really excited about the pharmacy component coming in, the gynecology, the dentistry, the mammography. I mean, these are all things that we need to be keeping at the top of mind, but sometimes when they're cost prohibitive, we're not. We're looking the other way and choosing not to get these screenings done. So I'm happy that you guys are stepping up and bringing this, and it's just gonna look amazing. I went and did a walkthrough already. I'm already super amazed about what the medical clinic setting looks like, the one that's received the most TLC, but I can't wait till your entire vision comes through. So this is a significant investment in an area that's needed it for a long time. Thank you so much. So on behalf of the entire council, we're going to I can't speak for them until they vote, but I just can't, state how exciting this is and how awesome of a partner to have you all there bringing this building and much needed services to life. So with that, I'm going to move to approve agenda item 7.
Wonderful. So there is a motion on 7. Please vote, and that's a positive motion, of course. and please post. Congratulations.
Thank you,
and we
Council.
welcome
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, we'll move on now to agenda item 8. Oh, you missed one. This is Councilman Creer's area. Yay. Agenda item A, RA 82024, discussion for possible action regarding a second amendment to the Disposition Development Agreement, DDA, between the Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Art House 4 LLC developer for a mixed-use project located northeast corner of D Street in Jefferson, $1,500,000 RDA Special Revenue Fund Redevelopment Area, Ward 5. Councilman Cedric Creer. Note the item is related to Council Item 39, R33, 2024. Hi.
Still me, Dina Babsky, Deputy Director, Economic and Urban Development. With me here today representing the client, our long-term partner, Shared Downtown and Cherry Development, is Mr. Grant Garcia. Would like to bring forward for your consideration an item to approve, like Mayor said, the agreement for the TIF note, and I will go into detail about what that means a little bit down later in the presentation. First, a little bit about the project. We recently, earlier this year, most of us attended the groundbreaking, and it is a project known as, or future to be known as Share West Side, located on D Street in Jefferson in the historic West Side. This amazing development is going to have 104 units of workforce housing, 15,000 of retail space, and actually a food hall is designed to go in there, which would help the community bring forward different food type and beverage type of pilots that could potentially develop into something bigger in the future. A little bit about our applicant. Art House 4 is the ownership entity for Cherry Development. They have a great track record of development projects in downtown, such as Soho Lofts, Newport Lofts, Shared Downtown Arts District, and the Shared Downtown Fremont. So what we're here for today is actually to approve a TIF note, which is tax increment finance note, via an owner participation agreement. Our first amendment actually had the TIF note approved by you all as a deal point, so what we're bringing forward is a formalized agreement to execute on that. The Art House, the project itself is budgeted to be around $28 million, and what the RDA is planning to contribute is $1.5 million of tax increment that the property will generate over the next 15 years, and we will reimburse that at a rate of 50%, which we estimate to add up to about $1.5 million. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Garcia for a little more detail on the project and how it's going.
Thanks, Dina. Morning, Madam Mayor and council members. Thanks for having us. We're extremely excited about the project Share Downtown West Side. On your screens is the timeline for the milestones that we have left per the DDA. We've had other milestones and dates that we've already met. How do you use this? Just
yeah,
do
I'll
that.
do it
Okay. That we've already met. Here's a site map highlighted in blue. Is the land that the project's going to go on from the northwest, Madison and D Street, south to Jefferson, and then east over to C Street. This is our overall site plan, again, to the northwest, Madison and D Street. That's where you'll see the Market Food Hall. That's about 6,500 square feet. And then as you move south down D Street, that's going to be the main building, 5-story building. On the ground floor, we'll have another 8,500 square feet of retail. Retail facing D Street, and then retail also facing south on Jefferson, and also facing the brand new CSN campus that we're extremely excited about. You've seen other renderings. These are brand new renderings that we just had done on the project. Carries over our Share Downtown brand, similar to our other Share Downtown projects in the Arts District and Fremont East. You know, one of the brand identities that we bring in is, of course, the murals. We go out and we partner with the local artists, ideally within the immediate area, to come up with a mural that becomes the identity of the community and something that the community is proud of. So over the last few years, we've had teams of people on our side working on this project since we entered into the ENA in 2021. And then the DDA in 2022. And then, of course, we work with city staff and Would like to take the time to thank, of course, the EUD department, Dina, Tracy, and Jonathan. It's been a pleasure working with them, and of course, planning department. So thank you to the city staff. Respectfully on our end, we're just asking for approval on essentially a deal point that was already part of the DDA that was approved, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Wow, I can't get the words out of praise and excitement, knowing for 25 years behind everything that's happened in the redevelopment area downtown, Sam Cherry and Cherry Development and your work, his work, and the team's work has just blown us away. Soho Loft, Newport Lofts, everything that you've written there, it's wonderful. And this is so particularly exciting to go along with CSN, as you said. Wow. I just wish it were done now. So any questions, comments here? Okay, you lucky man.
Yep, thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you, Grant and Sam, for all you guys are doing. Really revolutionizing the work that we've been doing over in the Historic West Side, and it's great. This will be another beautiful project, man. We've had a lot of shovels in the ground over in the Historic West Side, and this is another pride project that is just awesome. So thank you, and I'll make a motion for approval.
Wonderful. And there's a motion to approve. Please vote and please post yes. And to have another grocery shop downtown. Wonderful.
Thank you.
And it carries, of course.
Thank all of you. Have a great day.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, and now we will go into our second public comment, citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless this subject is on the agenda scheduled for action. So if you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion, any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. Is there anyone who would like to speak under this portion of the agenda? Hearing and seeing no one, this redevelopment agency is adjourned. We'll start our city council meeting. We'll wait for the transition.